Hey guys, Kane here. What's good, y'all? Well, what's good with me is that I'm fixing to take an adventure into the world of Secondhand Lands. It is a free-to-play MMO developed by Calipigian Games. It was it was released on April the 1st, 2007. And it calls itself a game set in a fairy tale world colored with parody and witty fun. And previously on Steam I had made a post that consisted of text and images, and I wasn't exactly happy with how it turned out, so I've decided to go with the video format as I think it will suit my purposes better. And also be a little easier for you guys to look at, because in the previous post, when I jumped into the world, it was set at kind of a dark twilight hour, and it was hard to see everything. Even my character was kind of dark. So I wanted to start off and make a character that was a little easier to see. So what we're going to do now is jump into the game head first. We're going to join the only server, which is named Jessica, and yeah, so we'll not judge that, and we'll just choose the server and go right in. So previously I had made my little skunk dude here, and bless his little dopey heart, he's probably going to be standing here for the rest of his life, and I feel bad for him. But at least he won't be alone, because I also made a green bull named Fred, and as you can see, he's bewildered as well, so we'll give them someone else to hang out with. So as you can see, there's 4 races or paths or types of characters that you can choose from. So this game being set in a fairy tale world, of course you're going to have a motley crew of types of characters. So we've got the sheep, good, innocent, wholesome. You have the wolf. He's a little gnarly looking, and his face kind of frightens me, to be honest, but I won't hold it against him, because wolves are cool. They're aggressive and mean, and they're for the not the faint of heart. So then we go with the scrapper, and yes, right off the bat you notice that he's standing on 2 feet. This bear is standing on 2 feet, and as well the cat girl does the same thing. So something interesting is that the scrapper and the cat girl, they can mount the sheep or the wolf, which I find really interesting, because I don't think I've seen another MMO where you can just outright mount another player character. I mean, I know there are some 2-seater mounts, and you can transform into mounts sometimes in other games, but this is a little bizarre, because not only is it just one half of the faction being on 4 legs while the other half of the factions are on 2 legs, but I don't know, you can mix and match. It's strange. So we'll find out what it's all about. Yeah, so you can be a cat girl in this game, and everybody likes a good cat girl, right? They've got their appeal or whatever, Neko Kawaii and all that. But I'm going to have to go with the scrapper, because not only are they just dopey and lovable, but you can be several animals. You can be the bull, the cat, the deer, dragon, fox, goat, lizard, sheep, skunk, squirrel, or wolf. Now, something that's funny is that you can also be a sheep or wolf on 4 feet, but you can also be a sheep or wolf on 2 feet. So it depends on how much of a sheep or wolf you want to be. If you want to go full sheep, full wolf, yeah, you go 4 feet. So I'm going to go with the scrapper, and I'm going to go with the random squirrel. Okay, so I'll be like an undercover squirrel girl, because there's no identifying gender thingies. So, yeah, let's do this. And we'll name her something ambiguous like Almond Mick Nutters. Almond McNutters. Okay, we'll do that. Alright, Almond McNutters. Let's go. You ready? You ready, guys? For Almond McNutters, because I'm ready. Alright, let's jump right in. Yes, I read and agree with the terms of services. I am the fastest reader in the entire world, and I read that from start to finish, just so you know. Okay, in the loading screen here, we have some kind of strange tropical pepper tree and some kind of bamboo mat, but interestingly enough, in the middle of that is some kind of Queen of Hearts fairy tale mother figure with a see-through dress, so that's interesting. Okay. And here we are. Welcome to Secondhand Lands. It is quite interesting. Okay, so I'm going to ignore the parchment that I just got bombarded by. And as you see, it's the sun is setting or has set, and it's a mystical starry night here in town, and everyone starts off with a fairy helper, which you can speak to get tips and tricks and things like that. You right click to interact with things, and you know, how do you move, how do you fight, chat, etc. I don't know about you, but I've been through a few of these, so we'll just skip all that. And there's a giant lucky cat statue, some people running around, which I'm happy to see. Your random yellow NPCs, a boat, a little cabin. So the first thing I want to do is actually run over here to Mac and change my appearance by opening my personal vault. When you start off right now, you are given a Hearthstone or a teleport back to town in the form of a lucky bunny that has to recharge every 30 minutes. And then I'm opening a starter kit in which they give me a Lobby cape, a Lobby hat, and some makeup. And honestly, I'm going to skip the cape and the hat this time and go with the makeup kit, and I'm going to make myself like, I'm going to be a white squirrel. Do I really want to be boring though? What about a green squirrel? What about the patterns? Let's see. Let's go with green and yellow here. Let's get really crazy. Oh no. Okay, so weird. Okay. Hey, there I am. Hey, waving at myself. Okay. Let's go with this crazy pattern here. Do I want to make myself like, I don't know. Let's say solid for now, because I just feel like it would be a much classier thing to do. I don't want to look like, you know, a random piece of art, so we'll just stay with white. Okay, fine. Maybe I will put on the cape and the hat after all, because they are white also, even though they show up as colored icons in this window. Alright, mission accomplished. So I'm a very bland gray squirrel, and I'm cool with that. So the first thing we always do is we talk to the quest giver, and it's my boy Puss in Boots, and we'll just talk to Puss in Boots because he's in the Grey Club also. Okay, he says, welcome to the village. He doesn't know how he'd get through the day with all of this commotion. Well, I think I agree with him, because it's quite noisy. There's lots of springy noises and just over-the-top, like, wacky action going on in the background. But he says, luckily at the end of the day, his aunt calms him down with a cup of herbal tea. Can we help her make the tea? Okay, so we took the quest from Puss in Boots, and we get a quest marker here that leads us straight to Aunt Clara. And every time you jump, yes, it's making a boingy boingy noise. And okay, all right, Clara, what's up? Hi, Almond McNutters. I try to keep the village supplied with tea, but we're running low on tea leaves. There's some nice catnip located behind the cabin. That's perfect for tea. I think those kittens grow it for recreational use. Oh boy. Well, this might seem like a kid's game. It is definitely not. You will see exactly what I mean. And here we have our first example by nodding towards the marijuana, because it's an herb as well, and it is grown for recreational use and calms people down at the end of the day. So we're gonna go get some wink wink catnip for Aunt Clara here, and she says, would you gather some catnip please for me? So of course we're going to accept because Auntie Clara seems pretty nice. She says she can already smell the tea, and the catnip's behind the cabin. Talk to her after we got 2 catnip in our pocket. So let's go on over here to the back of the cabin. Here's Tumper the skunk. I'm not going to talk to him right now because I don't want to get sidetracked, but yes, it's obviously a nod to Thumper the skunk from the movie Bambi. Now this right here blew my mind the first time I saw it. So she wanted to get some catnip, and she literally meant some catnip. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to gather my catnip. Piece 1 of 2. Alright. So happy I'm just waving at no one about it. Alright. Okay, second piece of my some catnip. And alright, mission accomplished. And faction warriors are needed to protect Little Tender from his own nightmares. He's northwest of the Fire Island Bridge at coordinates blah blah. Are you tough enough to take it? Not really. Random world message because I just started here. I'm lost and alone and kind of frightened by all this noise that I'm hearing. I'm also on a mission to get Clara some wink wink catnip, so let's see what she has to say. Thanks, Almond McNutters. These leaves are perfect for tea. I almost want to throw them all over the ground and roll around on them. Almost. As long as it's almost, Aunt Clara. There you go. So, let's go back to Puss in Boots here. And randomly bounce our way. I really wish there was like a sprint, but when you hit shift, it just kind of slows you down. You get to walk, which is nice for the person that wants to take in the sights, you know. Alright, Puss in Boots, what do you say? Perfect. Has set up a little area to show you some fighting basics. You should go over there and learn what she has to teach you. Alright, someone named Perfect. Alright, they're going to be using the puns in this game. I get it. So, Perfect is over here. 6 meters, 4 meters. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Perfect is fucking ripped. She could break me in half, and I would not want to go toe-to-toe with her in a dark alley. So we're gonna be nice and just kind of like say, yo, Perfect. Alright. She set up a little area to give us some basic combat training. We walk up to these wind-up rats and right-click them to attack them. Also, be sure to face our enemy using the Q and E keys. Defeat 3 wind-up rats and talk to her again. Okay, so Q and E gives you this kind of, you know, rotate type thing. The first time that I was in game, I came into this area here thinking there would be wind-up rats, and there were none. But at the time, I was a skunk, and I ran into a small GM. He was a very, very tiny, like, let's say, like, in-game, like, 4-inch tall purple bear or something, and he said, hey, you know, some mobs would normally be here and they're not here, and sorry about that, they'll be back in a minute. And so I just ran down the road crying. But this is the first time I've seen these wind-up rats in person, so we'll give them a try here. Okay, alright, let's pick on this guy. And I'm right-clicking to start combat, and I'm taking a couple points of damage. The wind-up rat is getting wrecked, so alright. This is going pretty good. Whoa. Somebody's making some serious commotion. Alright, wow. Killed one wind-up rat, and I have ascended to the next plane. Okay. Let's look at killing 2 more. Alright. Poor wind-up rat. He seems confused and lost, just like me. And I will at least put him out of his misery. Ding! Come on! Ooh, I'm not doing so good. So kooky sounding, it's just, alright. Oh, loot, that's right. There's loot. And I got nothing twice in a row. Awesome. Okay. You know, you think my fairy helper could help me out a little bit, make it go a little faster. I'm healing kind of fast. Up here in the right hand corner is my stats. Interesting. So if I just stand here for a moment, it'll heal me up. Okay, so come on, wind-up rat, give me some loot. You've obviously got gears and stuffing and things inside, so let me have something. Give me a piece of fur. Give me a dust bunny or something. You know, give me a magic sprinkle. Let's see. Please give me something. Ooh, I sent it again. And I got some pine wood off of a wind-up rat. I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright. Let's talk to Perfect. Alright, homie. Let's see what you got to say. Alright, you probably gained a skill point, so be sure to open skill editor and switch your skill point. Control S. Also remember to use the Q and E keys to face the enemy. Let me stop nagging you and give you my congratulations. Alright, so if you don't want to hit Control S, you can come over here to the menu button. And there is a personal light. And I should turn it on because it is nighttime. Whoa, look at that. That is something I didn't do last time. Okay, so skills editor. So apparently there's 4 tabs. Strength. I think that says con. Like for Constitution, Imp, Ms. I have no idea what these stand for. But some of these are crafting abilities. I'm going to just stay simple and go with some combat things here. So we're going to take hammer spin because who doesn't like a good hammer spin? And this one is blowout. Your hammer summons a gentle dry wind which removes any wet debuffs without the frizzies or split ends from all surrounding friends and foes. Okie dokie. So your hammer becomes a... Uh-oh. I'm getting challenged to a duel. I'm going to accept. I just got my... What is it? Hammer blow thing? No! Look, dude. Hammer thing. Hammer time. There comes my hammer. Take it. So you're a sheep with a bow on its head? That's cute. Oh, who's winning? 48 versus 44. Oh. Oh no. It's gonna be a close one. Looks like I've got the upper hand though. No, they're healing! That's cheating! Listen, sheep girl. I was just getting my stuff in order. This is not fair. Oh yeah, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna eat it. Well, it's been good knowing you guys. Come on, hammer thingy. Oh, and oh great. Okay, so I have aggroed and wind-up rat also. And that's just my luck, so. Whoa, now Frank XS is getting in here. Seren has challenged you to a duel. I'm gonna decline, Seren. Frank XS is boogieing down. I'm gonna boogie down too. Take that. Take that, Seren. Frank XS is shaking off his water and dancing with the sheep. These are exciting times. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that's just a normal jump, but it seemed like something special at the time. Wow. I want to be like you, friend, person. I would follow you into the great beyond. Okay, so nothing off of my last rat. Okay, I'm going back to the skill tree thing, skill editor, and I was going to take... Oh, okay, it's called hammer spin. Okay, I'm going to take blowout. Why not? Who wouldn't want to dry off their friends if they were damp? You know, friendly blow dry. Wouldn't be so bad. Especially after you're soaked in your own tears from losing a duel to a green girl sheep. Tell you what, this game is scary sounding. Okay, so let's go back to Puss in Boots here and see what's up. Okay, so I have the basics of combat down pat. We should go for something more challenging. We should talk to Opie. He can help. These chasing rats are annoying and they're chasing the kittens all over the village. The last time we spoke, he said to send any ambitious younglings his way and he'd train them up. Good luck. Well, you know what, Mr. Boots, I'm not so sure I like being called a youngling because we all know what happens to younglings. They, you know, spoilers, Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith. The younglings do not survive. Okay, so it says Opie's this way. Yeah, he's under the umbrella, but I'm going to go look in here. Whoa. Faction warriors are needed to protect Little Tender from his own nightmares. Little Tender. He's northwest of the Fire Island Bridge. Ugh. Something, something, something. No, don't feel like helping Little Tender. Okay. So, in this shed behind Mr. Boots is a bunch of catnip. You've got Happy Catnip and Nipper Catnip, and it just kind of, you know, makes you a little sad because Auntie Clara seems so nice. You had to go get her some catnip, but there's something going on here in the background. There's a conspiracy. She is having you collect catnip so that she can box it up and ship it off herself and reap all the profits. And you know, I don't think that's very fair. Something twisted about this place. Speaking of twisted, let's take a look in here because this little cabin's sitting here, and you walk in, and there's a goldfish tank here. You know, these poor little fish. You know, they're just chilling on a table, and so you talk to them, and they're like, "Hey, we're so glad you're here. Puss in Boots was delivering our food when he wrecked the SS Kitty Treat. He's a drinker, you know." Yes, the fish just told us that Mr. Boots is an alcoholic, and that's the second hint that you get that this game is not for children. I mean, maybe it would fly over someone's head, you know, if they were very young, but it's still kind of odd and bizarre. But anyway, the fish say, our crates of fish food drifted out of the hole in the ship and landed on an isle very close to here. Next, the hijacking rabbits broke into the crates and are now eating our food. Could you retrieve it for us? I'm gonna say I'll accept your quest, but you know, there's wind-up rats, there's chasing rats, and now there's like stealing rabbits or something. This is getting out of hand. Okay, so anyway, in this cabin there's a fireplace, which I'm glad there's nothing in it. It could be kind of scary. There's a table that I walked into that has 2 plates on it. One with a nondescript loaf of... Oh, hi, cat girl Sycathy. Anyway, it's a nondescript loaf of something. Maybe my fairy helper will eat it. Hey, fairy helper. Okay, so Mama Cat's standing here with her 3 kittens. and only one of them is important enough to have a name, and that's kind of depressing. I mean, you know, there's 3 children here with one name, so I don't know if they are like part of a hive mind, or maybe Michelle's the only one that has earned her name, and the other 2 still have, you know, things they need to do to prove their worth to Mama Cat with 2 T's. Who knows? And when you talk to her, she just gives you some white text and says, "These little ones are keeping me busy. Why don't you come by later?" Okay, so I might do that after I help the goldfish out. So, yeah. Let's look at some of these other people. Alive Up. It's a bear. I'm gonna dance. See if he dances back. And he's like noping out of it. He doesn't. He probably just got here and is like, what the fuck? So there's some things moving out there. I mean, it's not a very highly populated game, but it's populated enough. The graphics, I give a hash brown out of a potato. The lore, it's pretty interesting. It's like you know, it's like one of those 80s movies where the gruffy, scruffy old grandpa is reading to his grandchild to get him to go to sleep, and he's making up his own version of fairy tales. And you know, Grandpa's seen some shit. He has been to Vegas, he's done some drugs, he's been in the mafia, and he's using plot devices from the real world to just kind of, you know, spice things up a bit. So this is the first look at Secondhand Lands, and as I said, it's on Steam. Give it a try. There are people that have been playing this game since it launched in 2007. And they're diehard fans, and I can kind of see why. I mean, it's very unusual, very interesting. The controls are responsive. The graphics aren't the best, but you know, they've got like this endearing quality that there's a mix of horror and just cuteness that it's something special. And with that, I will gaze up into the night sky and bid you adieu. Stay tuned for part 2. I'm Abby Kane. I'll see you later.